Yes. Hello to everyone across the world. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Um, Jupiter and Saturn. I had a Jupiter and Saturn moment yesterday, which I want to share. Let's start with processes. Whatever the process is, be it healing, being cleansing, any process moves in spirals. And I'm saying that because we've been trained to think in 1D. 1D is linear, so you can only go back and forth on this one line. That's not how processes work usually. When you get better after an illness, it goes in curves. So when we think in curves, we're in 2D. We're in the second dimension. It goes up, it goes down, etc. But in general, you get better and better over time. Now, I'm talking about spirals. So when we're talking about spirals, processes and spirals, we're thinking 3D. And of course, we all want to get to 4D, to a higher level. That's our aim, and we will get there. I can tell. So yes, processes move in 3D, and I had this Jupiter Saturn moment where I was doing my recycling paper and it just flew across the floor, and I slipped and I fell and I hurt myself, and I was thinking, I want to travel, I want to move, I want to be amongst friends, I want to share, I want to be in circle, I want to hug. It was this explosive Jupiter moment where I want to break all constraints and go out. And of course, at the same time, I had the Saturn moment saying, okay, tidy up this paper, get yourself together again, compose yourself. This is not the moment to travel. There's too many restrictions. It's just not, doesn't make sense. It's not a good thing to travel these days. And so my birth chart of Jupiter and Saturn being in conjunction played out exactly as we're experiencing now the conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn. It's in my birth chart, it's really very strong right now and leading up all the way to the 21st of December of this month. So how does one deal with these two different forces? So let's look at what happened to me. So I'm in these two forces clashing within me. And this Jupiter-Saturn conjunction is also called the Christ conjunction. Yes. And so I'm going through this, and then I'm starting to feel empathy. I'm starting to feel empathy for all the people struggling, for the darkness. We're going into this darkest time. It's getting darker and darker until the 21st. That is our darkest day in the northern hemisphere, while all our friends in the south are happily meeting and having parties and hugging and sharing. So this darkest time, this empathy, I started to zoom out, and I suddenly saw the earth. It's dark, what I'm seeing, and I'm seeing all the lights out in all the places where we would go to brighten our spirit, the concerts and operas and bars and restaurants and dancing and all the places we would meet in the dark time of the year. And I just felt so much compassion for humanity that is on a global level going through something. So seeing this earth in front of me, this earth that is going through at least three-dimensional process. And I just want to mention that we have the time, and it's down in the YouTube link, the time for the Uluru Ceremony, which is not the same time as Jupiter and Saturn will be in precise conjunction. And when you look on the internet, you can find all sorts of variations on when the Jupiter Saturn precise conjunction is. Generally, there's two slots. One is sort of between 6 and 7 UTC. And then there's another way of calculating the conjunction depending on your perspective. And that's sort of between 1 and 2 p.m. UTC. So I'd just say the whole day is going to be quite extraordinary. And we, at least I can already feel what's happening. So here I am empathizing with the earth, with the people, with the world. I'm moving to compassion. It's not about me and my recycling paper anymore. It's this global feeling of compassion. And that's why it's called Christ consciousness conjunction. Compassion, but there's more. I received an email last night from Michael. Now, I don't know Michael really well, but he sends me an email maybe once or twice a year. And that email reminded me of how Michael and I met in the desert of Joshua Tree. And we were out this one night. It was after 8 p.m. in the desert, just meditating for that evening. And we had a CE5 experience, an on-the-ground CE5 experience. And two spacecraft landed, and it's always about the experience. Yes, we can see them, we can touch them, all of that. It's extraordinary. Here we are, Michael and I, so happy that there's another witness with us. But the frequency that we felt, it moved us to a frequency of love. Love in a cosmic, very fine, high-tuned cosmic frequency, radiance, something that's there in the cosmos when we go into that very sensitive tuning in of what it is, moving through empathy, compassion to that high love. And we could feel it for weeks afterwards. And so this reminder came in last night, just when I was going through a dip in my attitude. Also during the night, I had a dream. So it seems like dreams are starting to remind me of the cleanse, that the cleanse is not just about the thoughts, but it's also about the attitude we carry. The attitude is not necessarily words in our heads, but it's a state of being. And we can always get help. That's another reminder I received. We can always get help. We can always remember frequencies that we've experienced. So, yes, cosmic love. Thank you to Michael for the reminder of that really fine-tuned special frequency. Also, we may just go into the fourth or fifth basic thing we need for the higher meditation. We've done the connecting to the soul. We've done the connecting within our special place in our heart. We've connected, we've dropped into the earth and connected there through the earth to that other side and beyond. We've gone to the sun and we've connected through the sun to that other special place. So we've always come from this reality. Now we're moving slightly out of this reality. We are moving to outside the way we know time. We know time in days. There's day and night. We know time in in seasons. So the winter comes, we know the year, the summer comes, we have spring and autumn, and there's a year. Now we're going beyond the solar system, and beyond the solar system, there we don't have seasons. We don't have days the way we know them. And we're going to go to the center of the galaxy, our Milky Way. We're going to drop into that center because the galaxy is also a conscious, living thing, just like we are a living thing. It's just a little different, but we can go there and we can drop into the consciousness of the Milky Way, which is spiraling at an incredible speed, round and round and round and round. And we're in that. And there's that place where the galaxy also connects to the beyond, also has that space. I really suggest practice that in your meditation, those 4 anchors that we have. Our heart, the heart of the earth, the heart of the sun, and then outside our normal experience of time, the heart of the galaxy. Question: how may this new level of compassion alter the way in dealing with people? You don't go into the drama of everyday human stuff anymore. It's just stuff. There's a lot about you just have compassion with them. You don't deal with it. You don't handle it. There are many people who need to know how to handle a drama, how to handle an experience, a situation. We don't handle them. We don't deal with it. We just are in compassion and we let it happen. We allow it to happen. So we're going through this dark time, and there's a through. There is I don't like calling it a tunnel. I just want to say there's a path through it. It's almost like a 0 point, a dark hole, a black hole, whatever you want to call it, a vortex that pulls us through this time. And that's how we deal with people. You don't have to say anything. You don't have to provide any solutions. You just zoom out, see, have compassion. You can go, you have the empathy. Yeah, it's not the time for stuff anymore. This is a humanity thing that's happening now. Okay, that's it for today. We'll see you all tomorrow.